Everybody, it's Victor. It's time to Eat and Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. Holy moly, we had so many likes come in over the weekend. Thank you all so much for all the support. We are now only 5 away from Theme Week, the Randomizer Theme Week, happening here on the YouTube save file. And, man, I hope that we get something different than Beast next time, but who knows. Here's your picture of the day, an awesome picture of the day submitted here by, I'm going to say Serding Tun or Serding Toon. It's one of those two on the Invicta subreddit. Title thread was, I was at a Limp Bizkit, or the title thread was need to watch. And then in the thread, they said, I was at a Limp Bizkit concert last week, and the episode dropped mid-concert. Also, hello from Dubai. I've been a silent watcher since Here's the Storm days. Love your videos. Hey, thank you very much, Serding Toon or Serding Tun. I apologize for not being able to read your name. I love the fact that Wes Borland is on the screen right there, and then there's just this Invicta video right below it. That is so cool. One of the coolest pictures I think I've ever seen for picture of the day. Thank you very much, Serding, and everyone who upvoted that one. New week, new lives, new everything here, and we'll also have 1 HP. I wish we had new lives. 8-1 Sierra Mike Whiskey Charlie Yankee 0. And right on cue, I had a 15-minute phone call right after I read the seed. Sorry if you saw, or if you heard, you didn't see, but if you heard a little bit of a skip there in the music. Yeah, so we have 1 HP here along with Samson's Chain. Very good stats to start off with, I would say. Yeah, we got good everything. We just have to worry about our HP right now. We have Trinket Smelter, which is doing absolutely nothing for our build currently. And that's one thing that I did feed back to the devs when I told them. I said, you know what, I've talked about this before. I think that Trinket Smelter should start with a trinket, just flat out. I mean, we've got Mom's Purse that gives you a trinket. We got Crackjacks that gives you a trinket. You know, items that have any kind of trinket interaction usually give you a trinket, but for whatever reason, one of the best interactions that we have, of course, which is smelting them and turning them into passives, doesn't give us one. So half-price Sackhead here is going to be fantastic for us, as it's going to allow us to have a whole bunch of utility with all the drops and extra cards and money and all that kind of stuff. Big fan of Sackhead. What I'm not a big fan of are these rooms right now with our current HP. Now, Samson's Chain does actually destroy rocks and stuff. You can kind of do it if you're careful enough. There we go. It works better, obviously, if you have flying. But the main problem with Samson's Chain is not necessarily in the early game, but in the late game, especially when you're in the womb, where you have a bunch of the blood clots and bomb rocks. Bomb rocks are going to have to be something we have to be extremely careful around, especially sitting on 1 HP currently. So I do want to crack open some of these pots because they might have something good in them. Especially with Sackhead, we're a little bit more motivated to do this. So I'm hoping that we are able to get some... Oh yeah, and Samson's Chain also does deal damage. It's not a lot of damage, but it deals it. It's not a great item. I'm just going to be honest. It's not one of my favorites. Maybe if you had something like akin to, like, say, Ares or something that kind of hinges off your movement speed and it would trail behind you in a very, very quick way, but also give you plenty of distance just to keep you out of the danger zone in case you do run into a bomb rock or something like that, then, you know, it could have some practical use. It's just not an item that was designed for offense. Its main purpose is just to simply give you a way to destroy pots and rocks and that sort of stuff without you needing a bomb. And also, I guess, a little bit for defense because it does block shots. Like, if we really wanted to, we could sit back behind Samson's Chain, just let it trail behind Isaac, and then use it sort of like a little bit of a pseudo-orbital in a way. But it's... That kind of strat there is something that you do when you have multiple soul hearts, or at least a lot of HP, not 1 HP, and then you're just kind of cooked. You don't want to make any contact here with Baby Plum. That'd be real bad. We get a movement speed upgrade. We have 1 bomb. Let's see. Big movement speed upgrade here. I'll happily take it. It's all a penny we might as well take. I don't know where the secret room is, though. I don't think it's here. Well, actually, no. We know it's not there. It could be and should be here. Really the only spot that we haven't checked. And mushrooms are going to be another one we have to be careful of, so. And yeah, we're just going to head on down here. So again, we got to be cautious, but we've got a good start here. If we can stabilize our HP and get a couple soul hearts, then who knows what the future brings. All right, so we can check to see what's inside of the boss trap room. Pentagram's great. Pretty much the only time we're going to be able to get this. The early boss room shouldn't be too bad, although this is Orange Champion Limehorn, which can be kind of dangerous. Thankfully, our tears rate at 2.61 is just barely fast enough to stop his bomb tosses. We just cannot let him make contact with us since he's a champion, and that means that the second boss is also going to be a champion. I believe it's going to be Gurglings. So hopefully they're not yellow champion Gurglings, because that'd be real bad. So we just stuff the bombs right back in Limehorn's face. The fires should be able to damage the other bosses whenever they get here. Sorry, you have very, very much 0 HP here. Oh, it's Black Haunt. This is not someone I wanted to see. We have to be super careful that we are not in the way of Haunt whenever he moves up to the top of the screen. Now, there is a half heart here, which is going to be pretty useful. Absolutely hate Black Haunt. On top of spawning a bunch of ads, he also does the multi-shot, the one that's very hard to dodge. But he does not do the brimstone shot. Just saw right there. He also does this really weird fast reload where he attacks and then just attacks again. That's the thing that we can't have him do. We've already lost our Devil Deal. But right now, Devil Deals are not the priority. The priority right now is not dying. Okay. So, was it worth it? I'd say probably so. The damage upgrade that we get from Pentagram is significant, and it also contributes towards the Leviathan transformation. But even if we do sacrifice the Devil Deal here, it's not the end of the world. But as you see here, because we have such limited HP, there's no wiggle room at all for mistakes. And these little hits that we're taking here and there are getting dangerous. So it's good that we got a damage upgrade. At least it allows us to effectively dispatch a lot of the easier targets in one shot. But going back to the Trinket Smelter conversation, it really is kind of an insult to start with a spacebar item that has 0 functionality. There's absolutely nothing that we can do right now with the Trinket Smelter. Big time Tinted Rock there. Get our money back from entering into the arcade. Samson's Chain coming up in the clutch for us since we didn't have any bombs. And it's definitely significant. Still not enough to take a Devil Deal if we do somehow manage to still qualify for it, despite it being 46%. I'm fully not expecting to get one here, so we kind of have to write off this floor and move on to the next. In terms of Devil Deals, now in terms of HP and stuff, we're looking okay for now. Like, imagine if we had started with two soul hearts on top of our 1 red heart container. We wouldn't have been able to get Pentagram because I couldn't get in there, but we would have still had a guaranteed Devil Deal. So whether or not that's going to be worth more than the 2 soul hearts has yet to remain to be seen here. Sad bombs are great. We can use them for offense. It gives us 5 bombs. We have 26 cents, so we definitely want to go into the shop. First, we're gonna go fight Widow again. Not fully not expecting to get any kind of devil deal here. I can't believe she knocked the bomb away. As I saw that spider move that way, I knew we were gonna get hit. Somehow, inexplicably did get a devil deal here, and Backstabber is definitely the way to go. We're going to lose this HP container anyway, so we might as well get 2 cents out of it. Because we're not coming back here, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, technically I can void, or I can trinket smelt the swallow penny, and there's no reason not to. My point was talking about starting with a trinket smelter, but having no use for it. That was my point. Backstabber, of course, is going to be a huge boost to our DPS. It's a easy S tier effect. It's if you hit stuff from the side or the back, usually, you will have you'll do a bleeding debuff on targets. Of course, they would fire right at the moment that I'm trying to cross. Ember card. Deep pockets I will take as well. And we'll take blue map. We might as well take that. This is where the secret room and super secret rooms are. A whole lot of nothing in there. We can cut across and save ourselves a little bit of time going into the arcade. We get sausage from the secret room. Holy moly. Now we're cooking. That's absolutely worth the celebratory bomb there. Even get an Empress card. Wow. We can. There's no excuse for us not to play this Demon Judgment down. We have the womb room over there. Just a matter of how long is it going to take us to get a payout. Sausage is going to give us one of the very few true all stats up in the entire game. And it's most welcome here. This is going to take a while, though. This is going to take a fair bit of time here for us to do all this back and forth, and unless we get paid out. And of course we didn't. We get a world card. I'm probably going to take over the Empress card. As much as I like the Empress card, it's not necessarily needed. We have enough movement speed. We have enough damage. And I'd much rather be able to see the map. But this is working twofold, though, for us, because obviously we're hopefully going to get a double deal, and then obviously, we also have smelted the swallowed penny. So it's working for our advantage in multiple ways here, and that's sometimes the plays you got to do. But, of course, this one's going to be a jerk. I mean, surely Sinvicta won't find yet another devil deal or demon judgment. Surely Sinvicta won't find another demon judgment that just takes all the hearts and doesn't pay anything out, right? Right? Right. What I thought. Alright, we're gonna use a world card here. Got a long way to go to the item room. Speedball is great. Gives us a shot speed upgrade, movement speed upgrade, and also, of course, contributes towards the spun transformation, which is going to be nice if we end up getting a lot of syringes. Got a text from Mama Victa again. Never fails, dude. Just never fails. I mean, I'm always happy to hear from Mama Victa. It's just like the entire world just... He's recording Isaac. Now's the time. The Ankh. I mean, the Ankh's going to respond as Blue Baby if we do die. If anything, it gives us an opportunity to maybe use something like Damocles. And at the very, very least, it will give us a little bit of insurance, so... There we go. That's the true hallmark of being able to tell when our DPS is good, is whenever we can get that. We can basically do that without them getting away, without them separating. And yeah, coupon car battery is great here. That's gonna give us 2 free devil deals as well as shop items. I don't care too much about the Super Secret Room. Obviously, we're going to try to get Lost Soul Buddy. 1 bomb for 4 cents is not bad, but I'd rather have the bomb, especially now against Rag Mega. Lost Soul Buddy's good for exactly 1. Wow, that was a quick little retraction there. Guess the game decided that we weren't going to be able to use that bomb for anything. HP and HP. And we will take Lost Soul Buddy. Check him out now. All right, Lost Soul Buddy. This is probably your only chance that we're going to be able to keep you alive. So make it count. And that would be great. Lost Soul Buddy giving us the wafer. The best, in my opinion, the best defensive item you can get for any character that has HP anyway. Yep. Samson's Chain doing us a little bit of a favor here as well. I appreciate that, Samson's Chain. The crab has moved. I repeat, the crab has moved. I need to soon. I need to share my update, my RuneScape update with people on the feed, because I've made some significant progress. I mean, shoot, I'll just show you right now. I don't care. You don't need to play coy about anything. So I've got Crab up right now. Crab doing the crab thing. And this is my playtime currently. 8 days, 13 hours. Then here are my skill levels. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, you can tell what I've been literally doing for 99% of the time I've been playing RuneScape. It's just so easy to AFK. I mean, I know this is like not the right way to do it or whatever, but I can sit here and do all this without having to worry about it. I can just keep it on the other monitor, then move whenever the crab is done. So yeah, currently training defense here. I don't know if my gear is... I don't know if I should be using something different than my gear. I got full obsidian, and I got dragon boots, Archer's ring, combat bracelet, and then I've got whatever this is, some kind of dagger that Floor Tank gave me. But I don't know what the gear... I know that I've unlocked more tiers of gear, obviously, especially after hitting 80. But I don't know if I should be using something else, or if the XP could get faster. That's where I'm kind of at a loss for plans here. Or if what I'm doing is just good, and I mean these are going to be levels I need to get anyway, so might as well knock out the hard stuff first. Or maybe not the hard stuff, but the time-consuming stuff. The agility training and stuff, that's where I'm going to not be happy. Prayer's pretty easy to get. I think it just takes a lot of money to do so. But anyway, that's my in-episode progress. And of course, this was recorded on Saturday, so I've probably gone up maybe a couple levels since this episode was recorded. I think I made pretty good progress for 8 days. I was taking a little bit of a break from RuneScape just because I didn't really have anything to do other than grind crab, and I was like, eh. Which, I mean, the game is so much more than that. We don't have any bombs, so if we want to find the shop here, well, let's first, before we find the shop, let's see if we can get ourselves a devil deal. 81% chance here, and then with coupon, I don't know what you want me to do there. I also don't know how that hit. A Tears upgrade, but I'm still mad about it. We avoid. Yeah, so we don't have to lose any HP here, and then we're just going to avoid coupon. So we still have the coupon effect, but now it's also only a 4-room cooldown instead of a 6-room cooldown. It's real nice. Void allows us to have more opportunities to take bad items and turn them into something useful. Mom's box of friends. Eh. Once again, another single item shop, fully upgraded, by the way. We'll take and always take card reading. And we're just going to head on down here. I don't think we're going to make boss rush, but we've got ourselves a pretty good foundation of a build. Household Buddy's chance of surviving this is 0%. A Black War, I mean, really war in general is just super hard countered by Backstabber, obviously. Oh, somehow got another devil deal. I don't know how we did that. We get Goathead, which I wish that we had a full charge on Void, because didn't want to pay 3 soul hearts for that, but at least it's guaranteed. At least we can now get the double. We can get the double activations and free devil deals from Void car battery coupon. And so that's going to pay for itself pretty much after the first guaranteed devil deal that we get, which would be the next floor. I don't know where the shop is or the item room, obviously. Apping would be great. Oh, I will avoid this though. Get a movement speed upgrade and shot speed upgrade. Strength card's good. We could try to find the shop. Honestly, I'm just gonna head on down. We actually have a chance to make boss rush if we find the full card fast enough. And we get growth hormones, or roid rage, I mean. So we obviously we can't take the cannot take the red portal there, because then we have no. We would make boss rush, but then we'd skip the entire floor. That's not what I want to do. And a greed fight for our last shot. All right. Lost Soul Buddy doing a good job though. He's putting up with it. And I don't know what you want me to do there, but Stars card, that's good enough. That is a teleport card. So now we just have to find the boss room, and wherever that is, I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's down here. Might as well finish this room off since we've already gotten here. Maybe more bombs. It's gonna be a Christmas miracle if we actually make this boss rush. It's gonna be insane. Considering that the first floor or second floor took us 10 minutes to get past. Because that demon judgment. Full charge is there in case we need Void again. This is our Fool card. Now it's over. Got the world's biggest freaking Isaac Circle, dude. Alright, so Boss Rush is off the table now. A little bit annoying, but what can you do? Alright, so we're guaranteed a double deal here. We already have full charge on Void and Coupon and Car Battery. So we're guaranteed a double deal, unless, of course, we get a blank double deal or we get a Krampus fight. After the game gave us a greed fight in our final shop, I'm fully expecting to see one of those happen. Being Mega Blast would be amazing. I mean, 9 lives, which I will happily take. This doesn't really matter if we take this or not via Void or via just picking it up. Oh, yeah. Right. With Car Battery, Coupon, Void, it makes Coupon go off first, which creates an item pedestal, and then it activates Void again. So I should have picked up 9 lives. Damn it. Red portal here. So yeah, so that's what happened there. I was thinking about that for half a second and then just didn't. Really started me at the side of the floor or the room. Honestly, Lost Soul Buddy, that one's on you. We'll get Ouija Board, which is Spectral Tears, and there's another guppy item. Might be a little too late for this, but we're gonna take it. Secret room's not that far away. We can actually go to the secret room real quick. It's gonna cost us an extra soul heart for us to get there. Oh, we don't have a bomb. Herp derp. All right, well, you know what, game? Whatever. So we got the blue portal, which is going to take us to the secret room, obviously. It's like, what do you want me to do? I mean, he walked right to us, did not deviate at all, and then shot point blank at us. Game really doesn't want us to have Lost Soul Buddy. We can deliberately take damage here and just see what's inside of the boss trap room. I'm willing to do that. We don't have to worry about not hitting a double deal because we have Goat Head, so. And yeah, that's pretty god awful. Got nothing but a shot speed upgrade. Ain't nothing but a shot speed, baby. Upgrade gonna make our physics go crazy. You don't know what just happened there. Bloat offed himself by moving while bleeding. Follows the Dead Cells Path of Exile logic of if you bleed and move, you cause more damage to yourself. So the realistic thing, which doesn't usually happen that way, depending on the severity of the cut. Trust me, I'm a doctor. You can actually go into the curse room here because remember, we don't have, we've got the wafer. So doing that is no big deal. One of the gifts from Lost Soul Buddy. Oh, that's dirty, putting one of those things in here. Those little automatic shots. Shot speed is bonkers right now. Which usually happens with Void, too. My God. My God. My God, it's Pin. It's funny that there's still people who don't understand the reference there. I actually played the voice line that Deadmeat James recorded for me for the soundboard many years ago that I still have yet to put on. Well, James A. Janice, buddy of mine. Earthworm Rune I'm probably going to use for the Devil Deal. Yeah, so you see Samson's Chain blocking stuff for us. Oh, baby. That's some big-time plays right there. That's what Samson's Chain is good at, and we get a Krampus fight. And we can void it, I guess. No, it's not worth using a Perthrow Rune on that. In my opinion, saving the Perthrow Rune for a more substantial reroll, like multi-pedestal reroll, like in the chest, is way better than using it on a Devil Deal item that we didn't want. A Hierophant card. I started playing World of Warcraft again. The new season, season 3 of the War Within. I honestly didn't even know that they had seasons in WoW. But apparently so. And I kind of know the quest line a little bit. The one on Zerthus or Zerathos or wherever the wrappings people are. They're the ones that are wrapped up in, like, they look like mummies. And I did all the way up to the cloak. There's some kind of ethereal cloak that you can get that upgrades itself. It's like the new legendary item. I got to that, and oh, we weren't clear there apparently. And we are right behind Samson's Chain. Whatever, I don't care. Yeah, it's a new legendary cloak. You when you do delves and other stuff, you just get strands that upgrades it, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's nice not having to worry about a slot of gear. But man, it was super depressing when I first started. When I first logged in and saw that all of my raid gear that I had from season 1, or whenever the expansion came out last year, yeah, it all got replaced by quest greens. And that's one thing that I don't like about WoW as opposed to RuneScape. Like, it's a neat concept. This is just terrible. Sure, why not? It's a neat idea to have gear. I like the idea of having gear that doesn't necessarily, it doesn't get immediately outshone by the next patch. You know, like RuneScape, everybody knows what the best weapons are, what the best items are in RuneScape. That rarely ever changes. And that's how it was in Star Wars Galaxies. That's how it was in Final Fantasy XI. That's how it was in I guess vanilla WoW in a way. Well, but I like the fact that in RuneScape you get an item that's just the item that you've got. That is the item that's good. Everyone knows it. There's no you just have to have the requirements for it, and that's it. The level requirements, and that's it. And I like that, as opposed to me who spent an umpteen number of hours raiding when the War Within came out, and then all of that gear has been just dominated and eclipsed by the quest reward green items I got from doing the Zerthus or Zarathos, whatever the hell the new place is called, quests. And I was like, man, that sucks. But we are gonna get a dub here, a little bit of a faster exit. As I don't know if we may have been able to do a victory lap here. We're not in a good angle. I really wanted to get Backstabber just cranking here, but I guess that angle was slightly bad. I don't know. We wouldn't have gotten almond milk, but we may have been able to do a victory lap. It's with the wafer. Yeah, we probably could have. I'll take it. I will take it either way. Thank you for watching, everybody. Seriously, thank you for blowing up those videos over the weekend, and also watching the shorts. Alex is going to be producing more and more of those YouTube shorts now that he's done with the first wave of art for the randomizer. And of course, remember, we've had 3 new signups today actually on the Patreon for the beta test. So if you're interested in doing the closed beta test, which is it's a one-time payment, even on Patreon, it's one-time payment. It's a lifetime use of the randomizer if and when we do eventually put it out on a mobile client, which right now that's still a long way away. But if you want to hop in early and test it out and give us some feedback directly, you can do so by signing up for the $5 Patreon reward tier, which also of course gets you the shout out at the end of every single video every single month. So, and again, thank you all very much. Check it out, patreon.com/Invicta. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to Pages of Mine like Connor Kellenhofer and Jaden Fright. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.